Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
This is so interesting. This is so deep. And you know, we need to talk more about this to keep it top of mind, because we need more people to be advocates for our sickle cell, to stand up for our community for what we're having to deal with. We need more people to become more knowledgeable. We need more doctors to become more knowledgeable. Let's just be real, they're people too. So get out there and learn what you need to do, especially when you think about your baby's what, 10?
She's 10 now.
And you think about this, the pain that she has to endure. And have you ever experienced going to the doctor and they go say, oh, you can't be in that much pain, or something like that?
Oh, almost every time. I've had one crisis in particular that I can think of is she was there and they had a specialist come in. It was like a life specialist. They try to come and they explain to you or your child what you have. You know, do you know what sickle cell disease is? And you know, at this point, she's like, yes, I know what it is. And she was like, well, with your pain, they have a scale of 1 to 10. And my daughter's like, when she came in, she was on 10. And now it kind of trickles to like 8. It will stay, you know, around that range.
That high level.
Yeah. And she's like, well, let's say that the 10 is like someone, you know, hit you in the head with a hammer. And you know,
she
that
gave this
is
example?
10 pain. Yes, she said that is the 10 pain. She was like, all right, when was the last time you felt that type of pain? And she was like, today. She said, that's why I'm here. She was like, and it feels worse than that. Whatever you just, you know, she was trying to explain to her, the pain I'm feeling is not just, you know, paper cut and I'm whining or I'm complaining about it.
So is that
it
the
hurts.
implication they're trying to make?
Yeah,
that she's just whining?
They're trying to say they can't gauge the pain, which we know sometimes kids are like, oh no, you know, they don't understand pain as it is. But
what do they do when an adult come in with that pain? They feel like they've been hit on the head with a hammer. Hello?
That's the problem.
You know? And I say this for anybody.
It.
Don't count out when you have not experienced.
Right.
This is not one person saying this. There's thousands of people who are dealing with this on a daily basis. So I think that should be a key right there, to have somebody go and look a little further. What can we do? Let's study more. Let's find out more behind this so that we can put, a level of endurance.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
That's more so than me sitting here having to explain to you that I feel like I've been hit with a hammer. Because if I feel like I've been hit with a hammer, I'm gonna go crazy on you.
Right, and you know, yeah, that's the myth, the stigma is that, you know, they want special type of care. No, it's equivalent to having a heart attack. It's on the same level, as far as the health professionals should know this. It's on the same severity as a heart attack when they come in to the emergency room. So that's why they have to be
kidding me.
Yeah.
But how can you? I guess say the pain that you're dealing with, and I'm talking this because I want you all to be with us, to be an advocate for this, to find out more. Let's educate ourselves. You hear me say this all the time. When it comes to our community, we got to do it, and not talk about it, be about it.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, because if we know from even way back then, in the 70s, in the 60s, when they were overlooking what it was, that the Panthers had to get involved. What do you think about now in 2025? This has not stopped. So my question to you is, it sounds like it's it's invisible suffering that you're not taking the time to understand the level of pain that I'm in, excruciating pain. And how can you look at a person who's looking at you, because you know, when a person is hurting, you know it. You can look at a person and tell. But my thing is that if I gotta feel like this is something that's, oh wow, that's that deep about sickle cell, let's get everybody educated. Let's get I'm talking about the doctor's suit. Yes, I am. And I this bothers me that you've got to feel as if when I come to the doctor, because I have sickle cell, but you're gonna treat me different. Don't do that.
Right. They'll label you drug seeking. They'll say
drug seeking.
Yes, because you placed me on you've given it to me already, and there is no restriction on it, because everyone already knows, the doctors already know that's what is needed at the time, you know, to get ahead of the pain, because otherwise you are going to go into a stroke. You are going to get worse.
Goodness. That is so sad. And I mean, with the entire family, I'm sure that affects the family in so many ways.
Definitely, it's hard to keep a job, and I want to talk about that a little bit more too. Is as an employer, just be a little more understanding. I know people say, well, you can have FMLA. What if you just started the job? You're not a year in. You don't have FMLA. What do you do?
Exactly.
You know, how do you explain to your employer that, you know, my child or my spouse or whatever has a condition that they may be okay one minute and then the next minute they're not? You know, and you have to be taken away from a job. I know that some employers have allowed people to, you know, work from home, or, you know, during those moments, and if they're in the hospital, you know, have a flexible schedule or some kind of workaround. But there's still a lot of, you know, old school. They're like, well, you need to be here. You need to be, you know, at the desk. Yeah, at your desk at all times, and that's fine. But just have a little bit more grace, because you don't know, you know, when you might be in that situation.
Unbelievable.
Be more understanding.
and if you're saying that, as transparent as I know how, if there's someone that's on the job, and okay, if sometime if that person gets sick, it's okay. But if I get sick, I got to be there, and I'm in excruciating pain. I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm over here doing my thing. I'm doing the right thing. Over here, you playing around because I know I can do it. Oh, come on, people. We got to get beyond that. We got to get past that, because this is something that's so important for everybody, that we need to know that we need to get the help, to get the understanding. Let's educate the community. Knowledge is power. And I mean, even for those in our community, we need to get the knowledge that we need so that we can be that advocate. If I have a job and I feel like I'm going to lose it, you feel me? Somebody's going to fight for me.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a great conversation today because September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and we want you to know and understand the facts behind it.
Yes.
Don't just talk about it, be about it. Right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car, because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
Yes.
And I tell you, I'm just talking over here, guys. So when you come back and I'm talking, that's okay, because I can get my countdown. But ladies and gentlemen, we are talking with Allison Morris, who has the trait.
Yes.
But her daughter has the
Disorder.
disease.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is something that she has to deal with every single day of her life. And with I can't believe that people can be so unsympathetic. I don't want your sympathy. Don't get me wrong. I don't want your sympathy. But what I do want you to do is understand I'm life and this is in my life. This is something that's in my life that I have to deal with. So we need to find ways to make it, to be more help for each other. I'm just breaking it down in layman's terms. Be help for each other. And sickle cell is it's a strong, deadly disease that's in our community. The human impact, the symptoms, the daily struggles that you go with. These are things that I wrote down last night that I know that is that's affecting you. People carry the sickle cell trait without even realizing. I want to encourage you to get it done. Or you find out,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
But I have to say this to Mr. Walter Wallace. I tried to get him to call. I don't think he recognized what she texted that for, but I wanted to hear his voice this morning. But the fact of it is, he has been an advocate for this for a long time.
Yes.
Ever since I moved to Florida, he has been a fighter for this. And we need the community to stand behind people like you. I believe collectively, we can do so much better. I always use the fact that when I tie my fingers together, there's no space there, right?
Right.
If we connect the dots, there's nothing that we can't do. When you share the knowledge that you have, it's not no big I, no little you. It's us.
Right.
I think that's something that we as a community, not just our community, need to get over. It's not I, it's us.
Right.
And realize that we can do so much better with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is what I'm saying to everybody, if you would just take care of that and realize that it is all about us, so that we can get the information out that's so important. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I want to commend you. Ever since I met you about 3-4 years ago, you are a champion at what you do.
Thank you.
The hard work that you put into it, the level of knowledge that you have that you try to share with the community to bring everybody up to that standard that you are, so that we can all deal with this, because it affects us. People, she is the perfect example of what it takes. Because, I mean, don't wait till, some people don't look at it until it comes to their house.
Oh yeah, it's reactive. Yeah. It's
You know,
reactive.
when it comes to your door, then there's a whole different thing. Oh, I need to know this. No. Let's learn together. So if by chance it does, we have a way, a process that we can work together so we can get this even, taken care of. And with you, I mean, we had the doctor on we had the sickle cell over at Doug Baldwin's place. And I mean, I want to say to the community, we had already talked about something that we're going to work on for here. But we need the community to support.
Right.
To be behind this. Don't say, I don't want to go out there, I don't want to do that, I don't have it. When are we going to stop that? When are we going to stop it? I get so sick of hearing people say, oh, if you do it, I'll be there.
And then.
And as rest my mother's soul, oh, I'll be there, have done anything that didn't even leave your lips. I say that because,
Yes,
Allison, with all that you're dealing with on a daily basis with sickle cell, stem cell transplants, let's talk about that. I say that because sometimes that it's described as a potential cure.
Correct.
But it comes with a risk. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. A little bit.
I mean, I know you're not a doctor. I'm just a thing that you talked about.
Definitely. Well, I know that stem cell transplants can only occur when you have a match, a donor match, and that's typically from a sibling. So if you don't have a sibling, then that is out of the question. I think that's where the gene replacement therapy came into play, because there weren't enough people who were matches to qualify for the stem cell transplant. But those that has been around for a long time. They've done successful stem cell transplants in Nashville, and I know a Warrior, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of cured sickle cell patients out
Cured?
there. Yes, and I want them to come forward too. I want them to tell about their journey. And there's certain blogs and you have to look for them, but I want people to hear the positive side of the other side of the fence when you are cured.
Okay, out. Now you see the light bulb just came on? That is amazing.
And that's where we need the education to be there, because it's all like, it doesn't have to be this way.
My. 850-432-7768, that's the number to call, because I thought I heard the phone, for you to, if you have questions, you want to be a part of this conversation, because this is knowledge. Knowledge is power. And I cannot say that enough, that we need to learn more and talk about the things that, wow, are cure. That's amazing. You see, it stuck with me, right? Just stuck.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. And what are some of the barriers to early diagnosis with sickle cell?
Well, newborn screening is probably the easiest thing that anyone can do. So I know people sometimes have their kids at home. Just make sure that, you know, however they are born or wherever they're born, that they do that newborn screening that's usually provided by the state that you live in, because they'll test you for a host of different ailments and disorders and things like that. So you'll know from birth what it is that has affected you. But if there's any doubt in your mind of like, well, was I tested? Go ahead and go get an electrophoresis. It's a simple blood test. I know you mentioned the prick, but go one step further. Ask your doctor for an electrophoresis. It's a hemoglobin electrophoresis.
Electrophoresis.
PH.
Okay.
RESIS, and it tests you for all the abnormalities. So if you have the D trait I was talking about, or the E or the O, it'll tell you that, and the percentage of how much is in your blood.
Really?
Because in the military they test you, and they one of the questions was for one of my friends, what percentage of the C trait do you have? And she's like, I don't know. So they did the test, and it was like 50-something%.
Really? You know, that relates to the next question, how the medical research has it advanced, you know?
They can tell you how much of your blood is abnormal versus not. I mean, it's molecular. This is the oldest molecular disease that has been identified in America.
The oldest?
The oldest, 1910.
Okay, well then I'm going to ask a crazy question. Why is there so much lack of attention to it then? If it's the oldest.
We already know, because they say it doesn't affect as many people. It's in a smaller population of us. No, it's especially through interracial marriages and over time, our gene pool is all together now.
I say that all the time.
I
said you can think that one thing, but you go down your line, you gonna find out we're
all together. So it's a melting. This is the melting pot of America. So I think that it shouldn't just be people of African descent tested for this. I think everybody should be tested.
Exactly,
because
it is in there. Some of them have it. I mean, wow. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine. How you doing?
Wonderful.
I want to call to ask your guest a question about if she feels free to say to the listener which health facility where she found that her daughter received the best care, so that the other people that may be suffering something like that, they may want to go to that particular health care field facility.
Okay, so I live in Crestview, right? And so we have to go an hour away. We go to Pensacola. Pensacola does have the best facilities that we've come across,
right,
depending on the situation.
Okay.
But for a pain crisis, we do go to Sacred Heart Hospital. Not, saying anyone else is less than, but they have better
more,
and hematologists.
Education.
Yes, it's better to go where the hematologists are, because they typically do have more knowledge, and we have a good team here. So Sacred Heart Hospital is definitely for pediatric, who I recommend. Just that's who we go to.
Wow.
But this is one thing that I want everybody to understand, is that anywhere that you go, if you have the knowledge, you can help, bridge that gap.
With the physician?
Yes, with the ER nurse or the ER doctor, whoever you come in contact with, because I've had issues with Sacred Heart as well, but you have to overcome these things.
When you say help them, okay, I am in pain, I have sickle cell, I have the full disease. Boom, give me some stuff.
Yeah, they'll be like, go have a seat, and we'll see you when we can see you.
I feel like I've been hit by a truck.
We'll give you some fluids. Are you getting the right type of fluids? You know, you have to kind of
But I
guide
need
them
somebody
along the
to
way.
see me now and give me something for this pain.
Yes, ma'am. You have to stay on top of it, and that's what we have to do. Our advocacy work. No matter where you go, you need to make sure that you have a support system. Don't go to any hospital alone. Never go alone. Yes, never go alone. You need the
What
support.
happens if you go alone?
Well,
They overlook you?
You can be overlooked. One of my dear friends actually passed away. She was in the emergency room for 14 hours. This wasn't in Florida. This was in another area, but for 14 hours, and they didn't have any rooms available. There's always a reason as to why.
But if I'm here in excruciating pain, and I'm here telling you what I have, you're gonna make me sit there for 14 hours? You're not gonna say, okay, let's put this bed, if I got to put it in the hallway, but I'm gonna get you the IV or whatever it is that you need, but then I lose my life?
Right.
Jesus.
And those are the obstacles to overcome. So yes, we don't want everybody just to go, to one hospital and miss out on the time, because you have to react quickly with this disease, and that's why I wanted to have more resources in Okaloosa County and more resources in Santa Rosa surrounding areas, because we have to go an hour to get care, get out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Did that answer your question, Eric?
Yes, it did. I just wanted the listeners to understand how severe that this disease is, and that, sometimes going to the proper place is going to be the thing that's going to kind of help.
Definitely.
But there's still some barriers and challenges that come along the way. But also, when you're having those kind of issues that she was talking about, you can always call the administrator of the hospital and say, hey, this is currently going on right now. I need somebody to do something, and believe that they will step out their office and come down there and check and see what's going on.
Well, are they going to be able to help me?
I had to do it before myself.
Yes, and that's an excellent point. I've called them before. They don't necessarily run to you. Like I said, everything is based on availability. You know what I mean? They're supposed to come to you. They're supposed to come talk to you. But if you're in the middle of having a crisis, or you're in the middle of having a medical emergency, they're not just running.
Hands on.
So that especially when you're by yourself, you have to.
My God. Oh, Jesus! I want Jesus to come back.
But that definitely let the administrator know, because they'll have to report, write a report of the incident.
Absolutely.
But we don't want it to get to that point. We want
to fight this. We want you to become an advocate. Thank you, Eric, for being such an attentive viewer.
You're welcome. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for providing this information.
Thank you.
Of course. Everybody, we are talking with Allison Morris. She is from Crestview, Florida. She is an advocate. She deals with sickle cell herself, as she got the trait.
I have a trait,
But
yeah.
her daughter has full-blown sickle cell. So please, stay close with her. If you've got questions, anything that you'd like to know, 850-432-7768. That's the number to call. We're going to tell you, we're going to put up a flyer when we come back, some things that you got coming up that we want people to be a part of, right here on Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Take a ride on the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley. From now until September 4th, from 4 p.m. to midnight, tour Pensacola Beach for free on the Island Trolley. Our open-air trolleys allow riders to take in all the fun and sun of Pensacola Beach. Plus, riders will be able to track the trolley's location, making it easier for everyone to plan ahead and enjoy the ride. To learn more about the Pensacola Beach Island Trolley, head to visitpensacolabbeach.com/trolley-information. See you on the trolley.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to this Thursday edition of Sunshine's Corner. We are talking about sickle cell disease awareness, knowledge, and what you need to do to become an advocate. Now, you've got some stuff that's coming up soon.
Yes. So
okay, talk about Jim, if you would pull that flyer up, because we're going to talk about it. Because I want there's one of them, the Spirit Night.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
So we love to host fundraisers and different things with local restaurants and local charities. So Chick-fil-A of Crestview has offered to do a Spirit Night. So from between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. On September 29th, they will donate, a percentage of their proceeds or their sales to our organization.
Go get them
so
chicken nuggets.
Chick-fil-A has always been very supportive of us. Every one of them are individually owned, but the one on 9 Mile in Pensacola, they gave us gift cards before, for different events. And so we love Chick-fil-A, and so we call it waffle fries for wellness. And so we'll be there answering questions. I invited other warriors to come out. I think, and I don't know if we touched on that, but a lot of warriors, and these are people dealing with sickle cell and their families, kind of stay hidden because they don't, like you said, we don't want sympathy, but it's like, if I do tell you, what's going on, what can you do if you don't know how to help me? And so a lot of them just stay hidden. And so we're still in the discovery phase of trying to bring everyone together, because a lot of us just kind of retreat and go home and don't be out.
Absolutely, absolutely.
First of all, there's germs.
Thank you. And I'll say this too, and with that, for everybody that's viewing that will watch the show again this afternoon at 6 o'clock, for those who did not have the opportunity to see it today, put something up to make sure I do it every day, to come back and watch it at 6, because this is information that you don't find every day. I mean, this is not something we're going to sweep under the rug and allow it just to sit there and fester. No, we are going to continue to talk about this.
Correct.
And we are talking about planning of a walk. We're going to put that together so that we want you to support this. And know this, that anything that you do when it comes to events, money has to be spent. I'm not, let me say this right. I'm not telling you I need $1 million, but if you want to give $1 million, I'll take it.
Because then we'll open that clinic.
We'll open that clinic. Wait a minute. We'll have that clinic ready.
Yes. So I was telling you on the break, and I was for the viewers, because they weren't listening, obviously, at the break, about the Sickle Cell Sanctuary in Atlanta, Georgia. We did a tour of it. Tabitha McGee is like the visionary and founder of that, and she has a talk show similar to this. She has a podcast, and they have a whole facility dedicated to sickle cell warriors. They talk about health and wellness, herbs and things that you can use. They have you can get your blood work done, you get a massage, reflexology, acupuncture, counseling, everything is under one roof.
Does acupuncture really help?
Yes.
That's some little needles, right?
Yeah.
I think I'd be afraid of the needles.
I know, I haven't done it yet, but I guess we'll try it one day.
Exactly, but they say it's a success.
Yeah, so she got funding, and they've been open for a year now, but she got help from the state and from different donors. And so, I mean, they did it. She said, if you build it, they will come. She didn't know how it was going to be received, but they're doing it successful.
Well, and that's what she was talking when you walk in, the way you feel.
Yeah.
It's the atmosphere.
Yes, that's it.
The atmosphere can change your entire way of thinking.
Yes.
But when you walk in and everybody's on the same page about, let's get this message out, that we're talking about something that's so important. When you walk in, you feel this welcoming that comes all over you, and say, oh, whew, help is on the way.
Yes,
because when you receive knowledge and you use that knowledge, that's such an elevation with anybody. And I say that to anybody about anything. I hate the effect that I see that's in our community. The one thing I really hate, now we get over this one day, is this. We want to hold everything.
Yep.
If you open your hands and allow your idea with my idea, his idea, let's sit there and talk about it. I guarantee we're going to come up with a better plan.
Yep, and make it happen.
We could make it happen because we're putting all of the thoughts together. And I like to use this analogy. When you watch a football game, you got your quarterback, your tail end, all these people, right? But I tell you what, when that ball goes across the goal line, everyone on that team is happy. Are you seeing my picture?
Celebration, yes.
It's a celebration. Let's stop worrying about who's going to take the ball across the goal. Throw the ball. Maybe you're going to take it this time. Maybe I'll take it the next time. But the fact of it is, let's get the ball across the goal.
That's the goal, yep.
That's the goal. Even with sickle cell, let's get the ball out there so that whoever it is that's going to receive it, take it, it's going to affect all of us.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is what I really want people to understand. You matter. That's why I chose that one right there.
I like it.
You matter. But let's come together. Let's stop talking that we're together, but your actions are showing me you on the other side of town. Let's come together. Let's work with Allison, who works with this every day. Walter Wallace. I got to say this about Mr. Walter. Now, Mr. Walter is an advocate for sickle cell. I mean, I've been here a number of years.
Yes.
And he has been that way. And I say that, let's don't be quiet about it. Talk about it. Keep the conversation top of mind. And therefore, somebody's going to get that, and it's going to trickle on down so that we can do more. Do you understand what I'm saying, Allison?
Yes, definitely.
And I really believe that. I'll say this again. We're down to the last 2 minutes. Can you believe this?
Oh, my goodness.
But I want to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Continue to do what you're doing. I'll tell you this looking straight in your eyes. Anything I can do to help, I think you realize that. I'm always there.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I love making a difference. So if I can help, let's do it, because we're going to make some things happen together.
Yes.
We're going to get that clinic. $1 million.
Yes.
But look, thank you for coming in today.
Yes,
thank you for talking, and I got to have you back before the month is over, because I have a plan that I want to have several people to talk about it.
Yeah.
And before the month is over. I appreciate you, and we'll be talking about that more.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about sickle cell awareness. Sickle Cell Awareness Month is September, but we should be aware 365 days a year.
Yes.
And let's talk about it. I've got to go, but I want you to know this. Fight for what you want. Fight for this. Fight for this. It affects us. We don't like dealing with pain. I don't. So please, let's find out a way that we can work this together. Leaving you as I do every single day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first, I'll guarantee you this, you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Get out and help. Be an advocate for sickle cell. Be an advocate for sickle cell. Bye for now. We'll see you then.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.